all of my windows, turning you looking at me with an X-ray vision like skeletons in my closet. I hit him right next to the teacher, you taking on me. Taking off all of my cellophane, touching on everything. What you want, what you need, you can have it all the way you look at me. Look at me, how you look at me.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Journey, episode 2. I'm your host, Bryce, and this is
Tristan Orndorff. Glad to be back here again. We're at the Demens crew, and let's get going.
Let's do it. I'm Dawson Bailey from Diiments. One of my guys, Jackson and Tavi today. We decided to stop on the Journey podcast, see what some of my guys talking about. So let's get into it.
Absolutely. So, just a little backstory on Demens for you guys that don't know them or don't know much about them. They are a up and coming clothing brand. They're very unique. They don't ride waves. They kind of create things that they feel I guess is hard. They're very unique. If you haven't checked them out yet, definitely check them out on Instagram. They create some very good stuff. They do things differently. Let's just say that. So just first question off the rip, let's just pretend we're kind of like in Shark Tank. I'm like Mark Cuban or somebody, and y'all are just like proposing, or I guess spitballing what Demens is. So just give your, I guess, opinion and like I guess philosophy of what that is or what Demens looks like to you.
Okay. You want me to like break into the numbers and all that, or just
like pitch
what
it
means? Okay.
Yeah, just pitch it what it is to you.
So I'm Tavi from Diiments. I would say I'm like the marketing. I'm on the camera. I'm trying to get people involved with Diiments every day, trying. But Diiments to us is more like, to me, it's a family. It's bigger than clothes. It's bigger than fashion. We love music. We into podcasts. We with these guys. We're doing everything camera-wise, everything. So we're trying to be bigger than fashion, but fashion is the main thing, and we just want people to shop with us. We want people to vibe with us, and it's more, we're open arms to a family, I'd say, in that type of sense. So you would say anything like that?
I ain't gonna lie, like I would just say it's like more like an experience. We're trying to like create every drop and every product as like an experience for the shopper. We want to bring the consumers back. We just want to, like he said, just have open arms with everything going on. And I don't know, just make people feel like we care about them as a consumer, because most brands, like you press add to cart, you press buy whatever, double tap with the Apple Pay, and then it's just over with. You buy the product. But like, we just want to create an environment for people. Not only the fashion, it's just the gateway. And we got a lot of stuff coming up. Like, we want to get in. Like, we want to start streaming. We want to start like our own podcast. We want to start filming. We want to start all this kind of stuff. And it's going to be a collective. And that's really like what a lot of people like don't know. But fashion is the gateway for us right now, because I feel like we got a lot of educated guys on the fashion side. So I feel like that's what our main take right now is going to be. But you want to add that, Jay?
You have stuff with like music and stuff too, right?
Yeah, and I got like right now we're working on DMT Records. Y'all stay tuned for that. But it's we got an artist right now, Trev. Shout out to Trevor Reese, one of my guys. I've known him for a long time, and he's really dope. He knows what he's doing on the music side. He's getting in the producing side as well. And shout out to Kelly Bucky, Mark Love. He produces a lot for them, and those are my guys too. But we're making a lot of connections on music side. I know we got some guys in Houston, Dallas. Shout out to Chica over there. So we're just making a lot of connections. We're going out there 19th to the 22nd for the mixed market. So should be a great event for us to network and just get to know a lot of other people and just get our eyes somewhere else. So you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Oh, that's sick. What about you, Jack?
I mean, for me, the main thing like that I feel is like the most important about the brand is like I really like the interactions with people every time we've had an event. Like whenever we were in New York in February, every person that came up, like I really prided myself about having every interaction one-on-one, making sure everybody saw like the brand and really understood the vision that we had behind it. So I mean, that's my main thing about the brand.
It's definitely more than just a brand. To like not even just you, like all of y'all. It's more than just it's more than just clothing. It's a movement. Yeah. In a way,
Yeah. To go deeper into that, so like with just the movement and stuff like that. So what message do y'all want to send to the world? Like, what future generations do you want like Demens to be known for? What's the purpose of Demens?
So I ain't gonna lie, like for me, I know being from a small town, I'm from Raven County, Georgia. Small town, Northeast Georgia, not a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people do the same exact thing over there. No hate to everybody doing whatever they're doing up there, but I'm trying to move out the box. And like a lot of people ask me why I haven't moved to Atlanta, why we haven't moved to Atlanta. But main thing is, it's like a lot of people go down there to do that kind of stuff, and no hate to anybody doing that at all, no shade. But a lot of people are trying to do the same exact thing in the city, and where I'm from and where these guys are from, not a lot of people are trying to do what we're doing. So like we're trying to influence the youth and really trying to like spread a message like you don't have to conform to society, or you don't have to do what's conventional for everybody else or anything like that. And I think like the biggest thing is just letting people know that like there's a way out other than what people say you gotta do or what you grow up seeing like all around and stuff. And I feel like at the end of the day, like if you really want to do something, you can do it. Because I didn't used to believe that, because we live in a small town or whatever, and it's like hard to like really fathom that kind of stuff. But reaching out and like going outside this bubble that's like in this little that we're in, it like really makes you realize that like there's a lot of people out there that can do a lot of really successful things if you just put your mind to it and just like really work hard. It's really about working hard and just busting your ass. That's really what it's about. So.
We kind of touched on that a little bit on last week's episode. Kind of how, I guess, students and kids in a way, like they get discouraged and like going through school a lot. Like they see, oh, I'm supposed to go do this and then go to college and then get a job. Like that kind of fits in what you're saying. Like, would you agree? Like that's like they get not discouraged, but like they don't know any better. They don't know anything else. They don't think outside the box type of thing, you know? So that's a really good point. Like, and it's good that y'all are striving for that.
No, just to piggyback off that, these kids that we all went to the same school. So y'all know, like, if you don't lift heavy weights, or if you're not the best on your whatever team, or if you're not a big partier, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, or you got all A's. That's really it. Like, nobody's looking to do nothing creative, honestly. So all y'all in White County, start doing something creative. Take those AV classes, take those theater classes. Them shits mean something in the future rather than the lifting weights and all that.
For sure. Not even just White County, too, everywhere. Get out there and do something, man.
I'm going to add something to that, too. And it's like, I wish I could go back in time and, like, really like do it all over, not do it all over again, but do it differently. Because like I used to be one of those kids that theater's lame, AV's lame, but like honestly now it's like exactly what I'm trying to do. And there's so many opportunities and paths that you can take in this kind of stuff. And like the stuff that I was like thinking was cool and the people that I was thinking used to be cool, it's like they're not doing the creative stuff and they're not doing what we're doing currently. And like they're conforming to this kind of conventional society. And again, it's no shade to anybody doing it. It's just like, that's not what I'm trying to do. I got big dreams. I got big plans. I'm trying to see the world. So, and I feel as if I can't get there going on that path. So, I don't know. I just think it's a big way to believe in yourself. And my biggest advice to anybody like trying to start anything or like, especially from a small town, because like Raven County, Georgia, look it up. Like White County, Georgia, look it up. It's small town, but if you're even in a smaller town, my biggest advice to you is just take that risk and believe in yourself. And because if you never take the risk, I mean, you've heard that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I mean, you heard it, the saying, like, you just got to take that risk and believe in yourself. So that's my biggest advice to anybody out there trying to start something in small town, big town, whatever. So
I like to add on to that. Like what D-Bay was saying, like you got to try to do things. Like the most that can happen, or the worst that can happen is you try it, you learn something, you fail. Okay, that's gone. You don't like it. Like you always have something to fall back on. Always have multiple things going on in your life, so you're just always doing something because you can get caught up at the house or caught up just anywhere, just being depressed or lonely. Like I mentioned that in the other podcasts and stuff too. So make sure you're always doing something, have things going for you, and yeah, stuff like that. And where do y'all see yourselves in about like 5 years from now, like longer?
Nice, sister.
I mean, me personally, in about 5 years, I'd probably like to move out of here. Hopefully be with the guys in like New York and obviously have the brand still thriving. We'd be 5 years of drops in by then. We'd have a lot of numbers up. But yeah, I probably just really want to be in New York with the guys in 5 years.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to go back to what you said earlier about like kind of doing things outside your comfort zone. You know, getting into that class or theater or whatever that was. You know, like that clicked with me a lot, because it's like if I never would have stopped hooping and went and got into AV and WTV and like all that stuff. Like, if y'all don't know what that is, it's like a television network for high school students. A lot of high schools in our area actually have it, and surrounding areas. But if I would have never done that, I would have never found my passion for this. So it's like you kind of have to put yourself in those uncomfortable situations to try something new, to figure out what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I
like
really
that.
believe that like adversity is a privilege, like for sure. Like people don't have it hard, so it's hard to like look things at a different perspective, like you're saying, and piggyback off that. So I really like believe, like I said, just adversity is a privilege for sure. So
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, yeah. So like, and back to what you were saying, it's like those art classes and stuff isn't lame. Like I was hooping and taking that so serious. And at the end of the day, it's like, let's be realistic. You know, if you're not going to the league, what we doing this for? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I wish I'd have went and did those classes and did different things and like really invested to it. But what's your in 5 years question?
Yeah.
So I like, yeah, like I want to be with the guys in New York. They can tell you I'll be out the way though. I'll be trying to be out the way. So I want to be in New York, but I want to just be still with Demens. I want to be vibing. I just want everybody to be vibing, doing their own thing with Demens. But even when I want to see him acting, I want to see him in doing modeling. I want to see y'all thriving. I want to see everybody doing their own thing and building something, but still being a part of a group at the end of the day, because we built this together. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I see like for 5 years.
You all put the work in. You all succeed.
I'm gonna go answer his question too, because about the 5 years thing, I just see us. I'm gonna keep it short and simple, but I just see us like super close knit and isolated. Like that's just the best way to put it, because we're gonna have some chicken to spend by then, and like we can really isolate. I mean, that's the goal, because like not everybody wants to be on the front page of like a magazine. Like that's not necessarily like everybody's end goal with like everything. So honestly, like I know a lot of reason why we started this was like me personally, I know Tavi's kind of the same way. I know Jackson's kind of the same way, but we're not from like the richest area either. So like my parents didn't always grow up having, I had what I had, but I didn't have everything I wanted, you know. I had everything I needed, but whatever. So I'd really like to, in 5 years, I would like to buy my mom a house, definitely, and be somewhere where I can be in a position to support my family, where they don't have to, no stress anymore. So, and I can pretty much speak for all of us. That's kind of definitely what we all want. So,
yeah. Is that, like, obviously that's a big part, like, of your vision of success, right? So like you want to be able to help the ones that kind of brought you up, but what does that idea of success look like for you mentally? Like, what is your, I guess, what do you want to leave on people? Like, what kind of an impression when you make it that far?
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, like honestly, my biggest thing is just influencing the youth in these kind of like small kind of areas and just giving people like a way out. Like not even Demens, it's just like just giving people kind of like an outlet to look at or like an example to use. Like you don't have to do whatever everybody else is doing. So like my biggest thing is what, like say 10, 15 years from now, and not even like I would love for somebody to start a clothing brand tomorrow, or somebody start someone creative tomorrow from White County or like Gainesville, Habersham, Raven County, whatever. Like it would just be so cool to know that like what we're doing, what you guys are doing is like definitely like leaving an impression on somebody. It's making somebody want to start something. It's getting people hungry, lighting a fire under people's ass. Like it definitely that's just my definition of success. And I don't know, I don't want to go to Atlanta, go to New York and make all this money. That's not my definition. I just want to definitely just keep my loved ones close and be able to support everybody around me. So
less about like materialistic things, more about impression and connections in a way.
Yeah, definitely. Which, I mean, you know, I got to get a Maybach, so, you know, that's, that's medicine.
Nah, Porsche all the way.
No, I agree with everything you said. I do agree. But you said impression on people. To be honest, they could tell you I don't really give. I don't care what they got to think. To be real, like I really don't. Like there's like it's like 50-50. Like I definitely want to give back to the kids, give back to everybody. But it's like
Give back to the people that care.
for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like there's some haters out there though.
Nah, yeah.
There's some haters out there. It's like why are they posting on their story every day? Why is they blah? Why is they? Stop hating and go do something creative. That's what I gotta say to y'all. I've been wanting to get that off. So, but onto the good side of that. I definitely want to help the kids, and successful wise, I want to come back, you know, do everything I can for the community, but I also want to do my own thing. You know, I want to be with my family. I want to move my family away from here. I just want to get away, you know. I want to level up in a sense.
Yeah.
In a sense, but no, definitely.
So, kind of touching on, I mean, I know for me personally, like the hate aspect of things is really big too, because I can't tell you how many people DM me like weekly, just hate things, you know? So like I gotta hear about y'all. Like what's like the craziest thing someone's ever like said to y'all about the brand or like DM'd you, you know? It could be like funny or like just strictly like hate. I just gotta know. You don't gotta name any names either, but
I don't know like anything in specific, but like I remember like whenever we first dropped the inmate jeans, like everybody thought that shit was crazy. Like nobody was rocking with it, but like everybody thought 185 for some jeans was crazy, but it's like, I mean, if you broke, don't shop with us. Like that's really the only thing.
You know what you're buying.
Yeah,
We made
on me. And realistically, like, I mean, I ain't getting into like all the specs, but like they 20 ounces, like what you mean? Like that shit's expensive to make. And you gonna go into Zoomies or PacSun and get some bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of like the craziest. I don't know about the craziest thing anybody said to us, but the craziest thing that's happened to us, and they all know. I mean, everybody know. I ain't gonna say no names, but we definitely got our whole kind of idea definitely jacked. Like straight stolen. Like it's cool, and like I said, no names, but we definitely came across some people who was, let's just say, munching on us, trying to bite the swag. But yeah, would you say anybody?
You see, you know, I'll say it. So you
You gotta watch out.
I keep it cool.
like okay,
EG.
craziest thing that's been said to us. Like, and it's probably and it's like, how you gonna hate locally? Like, y'all the ones that should be supporting the most. I feel, in a sense, like we try to support our local business. We eat local businesses around here. I don't know. It's just weird to me, but. Anyways, let me not go on a rant about that. Let me not. But craziest thing. No, it's probably like our designs. Like, it's like, why is there rips on y'all's hoodies? It's like
That's low quality.
Yeah, like what are you talking about? Like what do you mean is what we made it? How you gonna argue with me that it's never mind? Like
Let me say something too. And like this is also a message to every single girl that shops on DHgate and any of that, any links, any spreadsheets or any of that. I don't want to ever hear you say something about my clothes whenever you shopping for a $25 Louis V bag and you got a coupon for the shipping. Like, I don't even care about that. Like, for real, though. So
I've been wanting to get that off.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get that off. So, for real, though. That's probably the most hating thing because it's usually the girls. Like, the guys is usually supportive. I mean, you just got to be an upright charge to hate if you a guy. But, like, it's usually the girls. And the girls is the ones... Nah, let me not. But, yeah.
So have you ever like, be honest too, have you ever like designed something like, not even like a full drop, but just like a piece and you're like, you made it, you know, thought it was good in the making and then you finished the product and it was like, damn, like I'm not rocking with that.
I can go ahead and speak for him on this one, but all the time.
For sure.
Trial and error?
Yeah, definitely. Like, right now we just got 2 samples and we're probably not going to drop. And, I mean, it's probably a collective thing to say. But, yeah, definitely got to start locking in on sampling more stuff that we're actually going to drop. Like, right now we're sampling a lot of stuff, but I think we get, like, too trigger happy sometimes. But, nah, definitely. Like, I've made some bogus stuff. Like, especially when I first started designing, like, I'm into bogus stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, shout out to Mally, too. He's not here. We forgot to even mention Malachi. But Malachi is, like, a huge part of the brand. Me and him, like, we kind of do the pen to paper kind of stuff, but we all kind of, on the design side, we all kind of help with the creative direction side. And I would say, like, me and Tavi and Jackson are kind of more on the creative side with like the films and like the posting and like the ad kind of stuff. And also shout out Joshua Allen too. Like, he helps us a lot with like the website and shit. So he's a big help to us. And I know he's got his own thing going. So shout out to Josh and shit. So.
Yeah.
Gotta give a shout outs. Also shout out my brothers, Z, Jay, Heaven. Shout out my guys. They locking in. They doing shit in the background. But yeah. Be on the lookout for them too.
For those of you that don't know, this is a little off topic, but I do a lot of the videography work for them, and we're actually going to Dallas next Thursday, right? We fly out next Thursday. There's a big, streetwear event down there, so I just want to ask a couple questions on that, just because I'm genuinely curious about the trip, but also I want y'all's perspective on it. Like, what is that? What is y'all's not dream trip, but like, what is the perfect Dallas trip look like for y'all? What do y'all envision for this trip?
I'm gonna like kind of give you a different answer than most people. Most people would come out and say like they're trying to go out there and sell out their inventory, but like that's never the goal, and that should never be the goal, because at that point I'd see it as like kind of money hungry, and we're just out there because we love going, like we love traveling for this shit. Same reason we went to New York, like. Whenever we went to New York, we got more sales up there than we ever did down here on drop day or whatever. And we were going up there super discouraged. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I can speak for all of us. Like, not a lot of sales. Like, and then New York kind of gave us, like, a bit of a hope. And like I said, Dallas, perfect trip would be honestly just be networking and honestly I would honestly just like to see the guys encouraged and, like, have motivation. Like, that's perfect trip for me, especially when we get back, too. That's really an important part, because we're going to go out there, and I know we're going to do what we do because we're Diiments, like we execute every time 100%. But whenever we get back is going to be that's what I love about these trips. Whenever we get back, that motivation starts as soon as we land, and we just want to get right back into it. So I'd say I'll let Tavi kind of go next, but I would just say a perfect trip is just being encouraged, like genuinely just keep it short and sweet. So
yeah.
Yeah, my perfect trip, I'm a vibes guy. I like the vibe. So I was definitely Jackson can speak on it. Well, that was the first time we really locked in New York. And it was the introduction. He was the guys, we was all vibing. So I want to do that with y'all. I want y'all to hang out with us. Y'all get to know, play some cards. It get lethal on blackjack. Play some cards, argue a little bit, all that. And just really, we lock in. We get motivated. And definitely, I want to meet a lot of people. A lot of people in Dallas. I want to network, show the brand every day, sell hoodies, people buy hoodies, buy pants, anything. Whatever we bring, I want everybody to buy something, support it, even if it's just a follow, honestly, anything. Yeah. Anything will help. Just even they say they like it, anything. But yeah, just be supportive. And we don't even want to sell out like he said. It's not that serious. It's really not. We're all about experiences. Yeah. Like I said earlier, it's all about experience. So New York, Dallas, we want to go more places after this. And it doesn't even matter if we sell or not, but we're showing our faces and just getting to know people.
Let me give him a little sneak peek, too, like he was saying with Dallas. In August, we going to probably California. So I'm not going to let y'all know too much, but we got a big shoot out there, big idea for that. So that's going to be another trip around August. So I'm going to let Jackson go on that.
I feel like the best way that we can do the Dallas trip is get down to Dallas and just have a great time until the actual event. And then at the actual event, I'm just there for straight connections, networking, talking to everybody, getting everybody to see the hoodies because everybody was messing with them in New York. I know y'all want them. And then all the thrifted tees. Yeah.
You're talking about the track hoodie?
The track hoodie. Yeah.
Y'all talked about being down and discouraged, or down and encouraged, and being just connected as a group. So how has that been after high school? A group of friends making a clothing brand after high school. I know y'all didn't know all the business side to the world. So how do y'all just like join as a unit? And like, what are some things y'all do different than other clothing brands? Like, how do y'all unify together as good friends? And what's some advice I can get to like even younger people like that aren't 18, 19, 20, like maybe like 16, 14, 15, like year old kids that are like that want to like that have a group of friends that want to do something. It don't gotta be clothing brands, but it can be something else. Like what's some like
Let me tell you how wild this is, bro. I'm glad you asked that. We literally started this in my driveway. Like me and Dawson were just talking one day, chilling. We were like, let's start a brand. Randomly one day, and we were like, yeah. And then we was thinking about, cause I like writing scripts, I like being involved in all that. And he was like, everybody can be it. And back to Malachi, he's the designer, and he does the designs, and him and Dawson do it. But everybody had to play the part and role. And we was like, we could just build it off us three, off rip, and that's how it started at first. And then Jackson hopped on. Jackson's like, I love the modeling, I love the clothes. He brought another vibe to it. Then it just over time, everybody kept helping us. We had some Josh, shout out to Josh, website, Trev, artists. Then everybody started building on, and it's just connections. It's just vibes, people we grew up with. Just when we just built it over time, and then it just came a group, and then we just came Demens. And over time, we dropped clothes and just kept going. But anybody can do it. Like you 14, 15-year-old, anybody could do it. Like, y'all be playing the game all day anyways. Just now do something creative. It's that simple. Like, y'all be together anyways. Y'all all 5 deep at a time anyways. Just go ahead and vibe together. Make some music. Even if it's trash. Make some music. Do something. It's going to spark something. You're going to build something off that. It's that simple.
Are most clothing brands like would you say most clothing brands are as deep as y'all? Like they have as many guys as y'all do?
I'll say they might be as deep, but they're not as unified.
Yeah,
I said there's always some sneak, some backdoor, and there's something. There's
Someone being
always
stingy.
you always hear something about big
Yeah.
brands. There's something. There's always they break up for some reason. I don't see that in us. We all different. We all locked in. We check on each other every day, even if it's not about the clothes, on some life shit. How you doing? Just on some real shit. So yeah, definitely. They might be as deep, but.
Yeah, I can go off that way he said. Like, I've just been around some like environments, like just going down the model, and like the clothing brand owners of like the multiple people there. It's like they're in their own little cliques. They're not like all together, like having a good time. You can just like tell like the tension between people, and it's like it's never like that. I remember like New York. Shout out to Wear Freaks. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Biggs. Shout out to Kwame. Like. Shout out to D Money. Like they were right next to us in New York, and they just brought the energy, and they kind of amplified us. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I never told them this there, but they really motivated us to just kind of like the energy, just like bring it up. And like we're bringing that Wear Freaks energy to Dallas. So like,
I'm the only ones.
like, yeah. So I can really just say, like, to piggyback off what he said and what you said, Tristan, like, keep that like close knit. There's not a lot of close knit friends, especially growing up. You might have a few, but that make it into high school and kind of make it through high school. Like my best advice, it was just to say, like, keep those guys close and find your passion and just pursue it, like as a group. Because I mean, everybody knows a group is stronger than one too. And like, I can say this as us, like, I could never do this on my own. Like, I know a lot of people can. I like, people can do it, but like, it takes a lot longer. And the way that we progress, it's just insanely hard to even imagine doing this by myself. And I can speak for Tavi. I know it would be insanely hard for him to do it by himself, Mally, Jackson, all of us. So I think just keeping that close-knit group of friends, like super, super close, and just understanding like what the purpose is after this, like what Tavi was saying, like racking the big weights and that kind of stuff. Like, that stuff doesn't matter if you're not an Olympic power lifter or you're not going to the league. Like, you just got to be real with yourself and find your passion, like I was saying, and find your purpose for that passion. So, you can go off that. You guys want to say? You good?
So, just another question for you. So, like, with what I do with video and filmmaking and whatnot, like, a lot of the time my creativity is just straight from the brain, but a lot of the time I take inspo from, like, just like indie films or like other TikToks or Instagram, stuff like that, So how does that fit in with y'all's clothing brand? Do y'all ever like take inspo from, like, say a movie, or like, I'm not even saying like the design itself, but like, say you take a scene from like Transformers, just for an example, like, and you use those colors on like a piece or something, Does that ever like
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like too much because I don't want to leak too much. But like me and Jackson, like for example, we got this one shirt that we want to do, and it's like inspired by like a show that we used to watch like as kids, and
That's awesome.
like it's really gonna. I know whenever we drop it, it's gonna boom because everybody loves the show, and like I'm not gonna tell anybody yet, but definitely like I definitely look to a lot of vintage clothes because like not gonna lie. Like the way they fit and just like the materials that they use is a lot better back then. Like that's the reason why you can go in an old attic and find a pair of jeans from the 1920s and you can still put them on. Like the stuff's not gonna rip because like the hardware of it is like super good. But like I would just say like a lot of Pulp Fiction too, and I would say a lot of underground like music, especially Atlanta. Like Atlanta's a big influence. Like even the music video side with like just how creative people get and like just the direction that they're headed in is kind of the inspiration that I take. So, you want to pick me?
No, like I'll be watching weird, like, bruh. I'll be up late at night and I'll send him a TikTok. I'll send him a TikTok of some like WWE's, like WWE highlight, and he'll be like, I'll be like, I need it on a shirt, and he'll be like, what do you mean? Like I'll just be wilding. I'll be getting random ideas. I'll just be up getting random ideas.
See, that's the beauty of it,
cool,
though.
having a good group of friends like that.
Yeah. And we all be on like Malachi be on anime.
Yeah.
We be everybody be on different stuff. So we all just mesh it together.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, though. Is it's like y'all all have different and like separate creative visions, but sometimes you mash them together and make something. Sometimes, you know, maybe a drop one of your drops is like a different, like a creative vision from like say Dawson, and then like the next one's from, you know what I'm saying? That's why I think y'all are so unique. Is it's like y'all have a bunch of guys, but they're not useless guys. You know, everyone in the team contributes, but you all have different creative visions. You all have different, I guess, mindsets over it. You know.
Yeah, that's why I feel like you can pull inspiration out of literally anything.
Yeah.
It's like the whole world's inspiration if you can like take and pull the right pieces out of it. If you're looking at and with so many different people thinking different ways, there's gonna be so many different perspectives.
You can go to the store and look at a cereal box and take inspo from that. Like people, I mean, look at all like the Nike collabs or like stuff like that. They be collabing with people that like you wouldn't think, you know, like just things like that. You know, it's crazy. I don't know. And
like honestly, like you're subconsciously, whether you know it or not, like taking inspiration from something. So it's like super cool. Because, like, there's a lot, I mean, it's super hard, like, I'll just admit it, like, to, like, really invent something that hasn't been done. But it's, like, super cool to, like, see something or see an image or see somebody walk in, see an outfit, whatever. See a motion picture, anything. And, like, you can get a creative vision from seeing that. And then you can, like, twist it and make it your own one-of-one, like, kind of vision or direction that you're trying to pursue. So that's a cool thing to me about it.
Yeah.
Like y'all are on a great route and y'all look pretty successful so far and y'all are doing good. But me and Bryce talked about success in like the last podcast with this me and him. And there's like a lot of different meanings and definitions of success. And like you can be successful in many different ways. So like from like each of y'all, just one of y'all, like what does success even mean in like the clothing brand that y'all have? And like what does this being successful mean? Like what's like one little success point? Like what's success mean?
I would say like for materialistic kinda, I would say definitely like a Paris Fashion Week, like a runway, like something like that, like materialistic wise.
That'd be fire.
But I would just say like honestly, like, and this is the best way to put it, but unity, like that's all we can ask for, like realistically, just to stay united and keep like the blood super good and like do everything. We don't want any bad blood with anybody, especially with like the guys that we're with already. Like this is, I mean, I've known the guys since I moved to Cleveland whenever I was a freshman, so I've known these guys going on 6 years now. So that's honestly the biggest thing. But like I said, some cool stuff would probably be like Complex Con, or like that would be really dope, and maybe Paris Fashion Week. But definitely like seeing an influencer too, like seeing somebody that I used to look up to, like in one of our pieces or somebody reaching out or something like that. Like,
that'd be pretty cool.
That's fine.
Yeah, like I remember pretty dope moment. I remember when we were in New York, Deshae Frosty actually reached out to us and he hit us up about our jeans. And I know that's like a big thing for Tavi used to grow up on. Yeah, Tavi used to grow up on Deshae, and our friend Z and J did a lot. So shout out to Deshae too for just reaching out to a small brand like us and showing us like some motivation. Because I remember also in that moment, this was after the pop up. I know we were in the NBA store, I think in New York, and we peeped our notifications, and he just texted us and was like, "Yo, these pants are fire. I need these ASAP." And I remember we just started fucking jumping up and down, just like, yeah, just jumping up and down. And it was, I don't know, it was just like a surreal feeling. And that's not a sale, it's not nothing, but just knowing somebody like that, somebody that we used to look up to, just reaching out like that and appreciating our journey and just our drive and just something that we created like from scratch is like super, super cool to us. So
Yeah.
I'll say.
Hey, you never hit us back though. I'm gonna be real. See, I'm gonna always keep it real. To say you ain't never hit us back. Now that means get us on stream or something. No, I'm playing. But shout out you for hitting us up. That was a lit moment. That was a big moment. That inspired me a lot for sure. Knowing that just somebody big saw our pants.
Yeah.
Just that in general. But yeah, for sure.
Who's someone like when you talk about someone wearing like repping y'all stuff? Who is someone that you envision like? Who would be like the guy to wear y'all's clothes? That's like, okay, like we're doing something here, like we made it, type of thing, you know?
I ain't gonna lie. I got like a answer like pretty much all of us probably would say. Like probably Boat, honestly. Like that shit would be dope.
It's my favorite artist.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, honestly too. Like not a weird one, but like I know Shay, he likes a lot of leather. So like if we could ever get Shay in like a leather jacket or some shit or like some leather pants, like walking to the game, that'd be
crazy.
It'd be super dope. And I'd say like off the fashion side, probably like Bloody O or ASAP Rocky, because like
ASAP be cool.
They can really, really do it. I mean, we just seen ASAP in a Cash App commercial, like looking crazy hard. Like I don't know, but definitely probably those guys. Anybody for y'all?
You know I got a list.
Yeah.
I got a list.
I'm gonna say one more, definitely, like wild one. I can't remember. You know his name. We was talking about him. What's the Green Goblin?
Jim Carrey?
Nah, Norman
Osborn.
Bro, not gonna lie. Shout out to Norman Osborn, bro. That's my goat.
I mean, that's his name in the movie, but that's not his.
Oh, that's not his actual
That's
name?
not his actor name.
Okay.
Like his
We
real
all know
name.
him, Big T,
But,
Big
yeah.
Chomper. Shout out to him. We love you, bro. Shout out to Demens. We gotta get you in some shit, bro.
You forgot one though. You forgot one. You was tripping. He wants Bruce. He want Bruce in it.
Big DEO shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's Bruce in the building. Yeah, we definitely got to get Bruce in there. Rated Cones, like Bruce dropped him off. You know what it is. So yeah.
So my first answer is gonna be DDG. That's gonna be my first answer, but
That's a good answer.
but nah, there's a couple people I want to see it in. Like I definitely want to see. I want to see real talk. This is wild. I want to see Jeff Teague and our shit. I want to see Jeff Teague.
That's a little
Why
different.
Jeff T?
Atlanta Hawks legend. You know what I'm saying? Jeff T. He be doing his podcast and stuff. That's a big. I watch that shit a lot. Yeah, I want to see Jeff T. I want to see people like that. Big names. I mean, I love Rocky. I really just want a picture with Pharrell. I mean, even if he's holding it, if he's just holding it, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I just want everybody to have an experience with that stuff. So any big names, honestly, like.
You got any real Jack? Anybody you can add?
I mean, right now I want Geo, Mama Geo.
And like, if we really saying that, like, let's just say on me, Jordan Carter, like the biggest in the building. On me.
So, just to switch topics a little bit, what is like, just this is genuine curiosity, like too, because I'm doing creative things, but it's obviously like way different from what y'all are doing. What is like, I guess, what does the creative like process look like for like, you know, you get inspo, you take that design, you throw it on the iPad, whip it up, whatever. Like, what does that like whole thing look like? You know, getting it to the menu, the whole thing.
Definitely, like, I would say the menu stuff is kind of like the fastest part. I would say like the actual designing part's the hardest because it's not as easy. Like like it too. Like if you're not like, you can't force it. Like you can't just like put it on the iPad and just kind of get to it. It's just kind of like come to you. So I would say that's the hardest part. But once getting the vision, we design on, me and Malachi, we design on Procreate and Photoshop and Adobe. So we get it from those kind of third-party services, and then we get it to manufacturers. And then it kind of looks like a 3 to 4 week process. And then we get it, we kind of do some sample photos, and then we kind of start the rollout. And me and Tavi do a lot of the creative direction side with like everything that has to do with like the scenes, the locations, the looks, all that kind of stuff. And I know like last time we didn't have any models like on spot. So this was like kind of the stuff we're talking about, just being innovative. And we were at the track doing track hoodies, and somebody couldn't make it that was supposed to model. So instead of like going out sad, we just decided to all four models. So Malachi, me, Jackson, Tavi, we all four modeled. So I would just say it's I mean, it's a lengthy process, but I would say honestly the designing part's the hardest realistically, and just trying to finalize everything on like a script, because at the end of the day, like Tavi's 21, I'm 20, Jackson's 20, you're 20, right? Yeah. And like we don't necessarily know all the blueprints to like learning how to run a brand. So we're learning every step by step, and we try to like clean up the process like time and time again, like quicker. But you know, like this is our first time living at the end of the day, so it's all new to us, but I mean, we're having a lot of fun doing it. So yeah.
That's a big part of it too. Like even what I'm doing and like any other field too, it's like what you said about being innovative and like being comfortable with having changes, you know, or like say like from my perspective, say like a camera overheats on set, you know, you gotta be able to like work past that, you know. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that's an important thing for like, I wish we would have talked about this last episode. I think we might have a little bit, but like that's a big thing for like getting to where you want to be in like your journey. You had to kind of be like innovative and ready for like the difficult situations, like to be able to jump on something else.
I would just say critical thinking, like honestly, like just what to say, like critical thinking is like the most important thing, because most people, whenever something goes wrong, you can either curl up in a ball and go in the corner, or you can just face it and be bigger than it. So it's like what you're saying. So
that's what, genuinely, this isn't even like hating. This is how I feel about it. I think that's what separates. I mean, we could all say collectively, like we're not better than people as a person, because no one's better as a person, but like we're doing things differently than people our age. I think that's easily what separates, is when something goes wrong, something like fails, you know, you don't curl up, you don't freak out and give up, you know, you persevere, you know, you keep moving.
You're stepping outside your comfort zone, and people see you trying new things, and they might like it. Like our first podcast, there's a lot of people that actually liked it and like mess with it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And just to step outside like that, like D-Bay was like, all y'all were saying, that encourages people. Like that encourages people I didn't even know. I had people DM me, slide up on my story and everything, like encouraging, saying, I want to do that. Like that's pretty cool. I rock with it. Like we're encouraging a lot of people. So I understand what you're saying.
And I hate to put you on a spot like this, but I remember whenever my boy Tavi was working one day, and he came through, and you seen him, and y'all was talking about the brand, and he was kind of motivating you a little bit, like talking through the drive-thru. So like that's kind of, I mean, it's just kind of cool how full circle it is, and for everything. And it's like you said, just, I mean, if you want to get out there and do it, you can. So
that's it's on the topic, but a little bit out of the box. That's a big reason why I've stuck with y'all, to be honest with you. Like part of me wanted just to take in a lot of my high school career and kind of stop creating for a little bit. But for me, like when I first started creating for y'all and like doing stuff with y'all, like I saw something, like it was different. Y'all, I saw genuine success. Not even that like y'all had success at that time, but like I saw it, like y'all, something's gonna happen, you know? So it's like, I don't know. Like, you get what I'm saying, though? I don't know how to explain it, but it sounds right in my head.
Sometimes it do just be unexplainable, for real. Like, you just have that feeling.
Yeah.
I'll be like that all the time.
And like people be saying, trust your gut, and like it's really like a gut trust thing. Like and that's like the same thing. I mean, we see it too. Like, and it's kind of not as hard for us to see, because you're the one making the magic with everything you do, but. I mean, we all know, we don't even have to say it, like what you're going to be doing one day and like where you're going to be. Like, I don't even know, because it's going to be really high heights. So, and you're only, 18? So, I mean, stupid young. You got like so much time and like you're already doing a lot of things. I mean, honestly, people's hardest thing in life is finding just their purpose. Not even like having that risk. It's not even doing that, because a lot of people will tell you it's the risk, but just finding a purpose to like put your feet on the ground every day, out of bed, wake up and brush your teeth. Like that's just having a purpose to get out of bed and do that kind of stuff is the most important thing. And once you find that, like, it's what I say, like, once you find that purpose and passion, you'll never work again. Like,
Yeah.
It'll just be every day, just never clocking in or never clocking out. It's just like an everyday thing. It's how you walk. It's a lifestyle. It's a movement. It's an influence, whatever. So
It's literally God's plan. I mean, like, I'm thankful, like, even y'all, like, I'm sure y'all could agree with this, but, like, I'm thankful that I found my passion and my path and, like, my journey as early as I did. Because I don't think a lot of people, I mean, some people don't know what they want to do till they're, like, 30, 40 years old, you know? And that's not a problem. Like, that's part of your story. Like, those years of not knowing what to do, the struggle, like, that's part of it. Yeah, I just think that's a part of the process is God's plan. You gotta figure out, you gotta put yourself out there and figure out what that passion is and what your calling is. That's the journey.
it's like you were saying with like how long it was like taken to like build up to that. Like I was watching a movie the other day, and they were talking about like everything bad that's ever happened to somebody is like the reason that they're in the room. And in the scene, they were like in there with like an important person, whatever. But like everything bad that's ever happened to somebody is the exact reason where you are today. And I think that like about all of us, like whether it's been very bad or maybe semi-bad, whatever, we've all like taken the things that happened to us, endured them, and we've learned how to overcome them. Like I said, adversity is a privilege. So like a lot of people are not strong enough to kind of morph their mind around the fact of they're bigger than whatever they're facing. So I feel like that's a really big thing for all of us. So
Yeah.
Bryce, I gotta give you flowers on camera right now. A lot of this doesn't move without you, for real. Like, you was a big help. Without you, a lot of this could not go. So we really do appreciate you for sure. And y'all 18, I'm 21. You be teaching me every shoot. You be teaching me something new every time. The way the light off the beam and all that. I'll be like, it's a science. You got it broke down. I'm like, so if you 18 doing this already, you gonna be on some Spike Lee. You're going to be making movies one day for
That's the
sure.
goal,
So,
bro.
no, for real, we grateful to have you, though, for sure.
It's a collective, you know? Like, back to what I was saying earlier, that's why, like I had to stick with y'all, you know? That's why, like, I don't know. It's, y'all teach me so much mindset-wise and, like, y'all genuinely motivate me. Like, it's crazy. I don't even know. Like, I can't even, like, fathom or, like, start to even explain it. Like, I gotta surround myself with people like y'all, you know, like-minded.
And the fact we all got that feeling alone, that means something gotta happen. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I break it down to at the end of the day. We all feel like we're gonna be something big in the future, and that's what has to happen.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people like in these groups, like it gets to the point where it's a lot of jealousy. Like somebody's not getting as much spotlight, somebody's not getting as much money, somebody's not getting as much burn, whatever it is. But like, that's not the case here, and it never has been. Like, we all just genuinely want to see Demens win. And, like, also, it's, like, this brand doesn't just die whenever, like, we take our final breaths on Earth. Like, I want this to be going on for generations and generations. Like, that's not why we started it. We didn't start it for it to last 50, 60 more years of our life, you know? Like, that's just not the case. And we just want to leave, like, a everlasting legacy, just, like, with Demens, and just, like, make sure that we've, like, establish a good enough base to leave it better than we found it, better than we started it, pretty much. So
Yeah. This is a little bit of a different question, but like, I know y'all are all big into music, so this is a good one. But if, say, a rapper, like, or like any artist, any kind of artist, like represented, not like represented Dements, but like, say they, like, their vibe, their music, their personality, like, was an icon to Dements. Like, they represented that, like, spiritually. Like, who would you say? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got some like rock stars. Like that would be like mine. Like, I would say like the vibe to me is like rock stars. So I'd probably say like, I mean, we already said Cardi, so I'd say Cardi, and then I'd probably say like probably say Uzi. Uzi's
Okay.
like, he's like a slayer. Like,
He's super unique.
shout
too.
out to, not gonna lie, he's on some, I mean, this is a smaller one, but like from Atlanta, Zucchini, just like the
Yeah.
beats he be using, it's kind of like, we're just kind of not ordinary, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
Demens isn't, it's just kind of like out the box. Is there
Doing
anybody
it
you can think
different.
of?
Yeah, my answer's kind of different because, you know, I'll be on the creative side. So, like, I like, especially when you're making stuff and like, we're getting shots and different shots from shows. Like, I like Vince Staples.
Yeah.
I think that's a good, just because he does both. I like people that do both music and Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, you
That's
know
a
what
good
I'm
one.
saying? Like, people like that, I think. Tyler, the creator, those are my type answers. That's my type.
Oh, he got one.
Yeah, just like on some other shit, I think Brennan Jones, I think he could really represent our shit.
Yeah.
So, I know we kind of talked about, like, just staying on the path of music right now. I know we talked about kind of like the label and Trev and everything. What are your hopes for that for the future? Like, as y'all kind of level up, where do you see that in the future? Where do you want to take that?
I mean, the only way I can like explain it for like people to like kind of understand is like kind of think like Young Thug. So Young Thug signed to a record label, but he also owns YSL. So
Yeah.
everybody underneath YSL that ever performs that you've seen on those albums, whatever, Young Thug owns a little bit of them. So like that's basically what I want to do, not just myself, but like as Demens. Like I want to basically have a full like bank of artists and bank of like creators and bank of like videographers, kind of almost on the lyrical lemonade side, but also have artists kind of, because I wanted the creative to, I guess you could kind of combine the two. So kind of have the artists and then the lyrical lemonade kind of creative side into one.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably that.
No,
Yeah.
that's sick. I like how y'all do it too, cause it's like you're not ordinary. Like you're genuine. So it's like you're not trying to just do fashion. You know, you're going out to these events not for the money. You're going out like to Dallas for the passion of it, for the drive of it, and like you're doing the music because like that's just a part of it. It has to be. It just fits. You know.
And it's like fun. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I don't care what anybody says. I know you like used to grow up watching music videos and think the rappers were so cool. And like imagine like being able to be in a music video, being able to direct one, being able to style one. Like that's some shit we're trying to get into as well. Like style like artists and style people for like different kind of shows. Like I'm trying to like get to the point where, I mean, you just seen Castanet and Drewski last night. Like maybe like 2 or 3 years from now, we could like design their suit, like crazy lining on, just some crazy shit like that. Like we're just trying to like break outside the box of just this clothing brand shit. Cause like a lot of people like see it, especially from here, like they think that we just took it up to our local rank dang print shop and just printed a print on a shirt. But it's like, I mean, we create everything like from scratch and people got to understand that. So the craft and the art in it is like, I think is what's going to show in the light a lot more in the future.
Yeah.
But for now, I mean, I think we just got to stay true to ourselves. So
Yeah. So, like, would you say this? I'm gonna put you in like a situation or like a scenario right now. So like, this kind of involving like a hater. So, don't get like too heated. But say we go to Dallas and someone comes up to the booth, right? And they're like, just spitballing it, like cornball stuff, like this trash, like what even is this type of thing. What's your response to people like that over the internet, and also like if someone was to genuinely act that way like in person?
So in Dallas, we're gonna be deep. So there's so many different personalities. No, I'm being real. Listen, there's so many different personalities. Like Malachi's gonna be like, don't even worry about it. You know, and they're probably gonna be like, don't even worry. No, he's talking about being realistic. He's the one that's probably going to be the most mad. He gonna be the most mad. But we probably gonna be like, we probably not even gonna stun him. Like, you're just a random hating. We don't even know you. You're one person.
Yeah.
We don't really stun him. We don't really care that much about that.
I mean, genuinely though, like, let's be for real. If someone's taking time out of their day to hate on your thing, then you're winning.
That's that.
You know, like they're wasting their time just getting mad for no reason, and that's, I don't know.
Yeah, we probably just like look at them and all laugh and just like,
probably just be like dead ass funny.
yeah, we just be
Yeah.
like, okay,
You're not doing it. You're not doing it how we're doing it. So
it's
yeah.
not even worth it.
to kind of start to wind down a little bit, what do you say to like the people out there who will see this video? Like even, cause I mean, YouTube's like a never ending thing. So like people will watch this video for years to come, you know, if channel makes it, hella people will come back and watch, you know? So like, I guess even a message to like your future self in a way, cause you could always go back and watch this video. Like what do you want to see for like your future self as a person, like individually, but also Demens? Like what, I guess, like from the standpoint you're at now to where you want to be in the future, what does that look like, and what do you want him to know about yourself now, like differently?
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, I like that. No, I see what you're saying. So when the channel makes it and people come back and watch it, like, and I'm older, I want them, one, I want people to remember, I want to be the same guy, the same genuine guy. I don't want the money to move me or nothing to move me different. I want to stay blessed up with God, of course. And just, I don't know, I want to still be grinding though. I don't want to just be chillaxed and then still watching this YouTube video and been like, what if? You know what I mean? I don't want to be a what if guy. So I want to be like still grinding, still hungry, and watching this video and thinking good memories like, wow, we was young. Yeah. Now look at us. We're all on a podcast with Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? They all got to interview us. You see what I'm saying? So I want to be on that, and we're all watching this together.
Yeah.
I would say too, like all the things we're talking about, like we want to do and like we plan to do, I would just say in 10 years, like time, like I hope I'm doing the stuff that I'm talking about now. Like that's just the biggest thing. Like not even hope, I know I'm going to be, but I would say the one thing I hope for is that this is still my everything. Cause currently like this is my everything, and I can like, I've lessened my friendships, relationships, like a whole bunch of stuff, even my family sometimes. So, but like this is everything to me, and it will be everything and my vision. So it's kind of like big thing for me.
Kind of just another question after that. Do you think like, obviously this isn't like, what you're doing now isn't like a regular thing. Like people don't just go out and do that. It's not a regular job. So like, how, like, do you think you'll ever really like retire? Like when does that line appear? Like when you're like, okay, let me just chill.
Realistically, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't see any of us stepping away from the brand until like there's someone that presents themselves as a, I mean, capable candidate to like take over. But like genuinely, like I don't ever like realistically, I mean, I just know how much, like I'm a perfectionist, so I'm gonna make sure like everything's done the exact right way every time. So like I just don't see anybody else being as much close to detail as like us, because like everything's perfect like when it has to be. So I don't know. I really don't know if I ever see myself retiring. What do you think? Like
it depends. Like out of the low key, like out of the public eye, like I want to be out of all that by like 53. 53 out the way.
That's a specific number.
No, yeah. 53. Just out the way. I want to be just doing all the back end stuff for Demens.
I'm trying to have a few scandals on 50. That'd be, I mean, you always hear people getting scandals.
But no, like, yeah, I want to be out the way when I'm 50. I just want to be out the way. I just want to be looked at like literally, like for real, like just an OG, just someone that made it, someone that's still doing it. You know he's doing it, but it's like, you hear, when's the last time you heard a Pharrell album? Exactly. So it's like, you know he's doing stuff, but we just don't know what it is. So I want to be on that type of stuff.
Moving in silence type of thing, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to move.
What about you, Jack?
One thing that I just want to tell myself in the future, like, I really hope that I never lose my passion, like, that I have for it right now, because I mean, that's just one thing that everybody needs to never do. Don't give up on your passion. Keep grinding. Like, stay focused. You haven't hit all your goals yet, so why give up?
That's real.
That's the main thing.
Real. No, I like that. I
mean, you haven't hit all your goals
I'm gonna go
yet,
back and watch that later, because I like how you said that. Kind of just off of what you were saying, a second ago, I just lost my train of thought. Damn. Let's get another question going. What you got?
Consistency. So like, I know it's very hard to be consistent these days. People can fall off or do good. Like you were on Times Square. You could have easily just been on Times Square and been like, all right, I'm not gonna give up, but all right, something's like someone else is gonna reach out to me, but how did you manage that? Or like, how do y'all manage being consistent and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
Not gonna lie, like I have a few motivations, like personal motivations, but like shout out to a guy from Atlanta, Wavy Wakaru. Like he's a big guy that like he's in the fashion stuff too. He's got his own brand, but like he's posting on his story every day, like something to do with clothes, and he like hand sews all his stuff. So like honestly, like me seeing that kind of shit, it's like damn, like I don't know, it like motivates me, like it really really does, and like seeing that he's doing that stuff like makes me think. He's younger than me too. He's y'all's age, so like seeing that he's doing that kind of stuff like makes me really really want to like start. It makes me want to get creative, and not even just sewing. It just like he's just an example I can use, and he's someone who's younger than me, and he's really popping it. And I would just say consistency wise, I would just say to like the unity thing. I mean, I know it's like we sound like a broken record, but like honestly staying close knit. And like, cause sometimes we'll get on these runs of like where we, not necessarily we don't talk, but like we'll like get off brand stuff for like a week and a half. And like, it's not good, and it's not how it should be, and it's not how it needs to be. But like sometimes we just get caught up in these like these ruts or whatever. And I guess the big thing, like what we were talking about, it's like when it going to New York, going to Dallas is like what kind of gives us the motivation. So I would say staying consistent for these next, staying consistent looks like for us in like the next year or two would probably be a drop like 1 to 2 every month, like 1 to 2 drops every 1 or 2 months or whatever, and then going to trips like all the time, because like that's what, I don't know, it's kind of like, I mean honestly, like no hate to Cleveland, but like it's pretty depressing coming back here like after I went to New York and seeing like all the lights and seeing everything and just seeing just what everything New York has to offer. Like even Atlanta, like we went to Atlanta yesterday, and coming back to Cleveland and Walmart was just like,
People move differently in the city. It's a different. I mean, yeah, there's still like some people that are like just there.
yeah, it's
not
almost
really
like they
doing
move more
nothing.
swift. And I'm not even talking
Yeah.
about like fast, you know. It's just like that's just the best way to put it. It's just like moving swift. They just got their head on a swivel when it comes to how they walk and like what
Yeah.
they're doing. So I don't know. Yeah.
No, I remember going when I went to New York in October for a film competition. Shout out to that team. Actually, we got third out of like basically the whole world for high schools. But I remember that was like such a. I've traveled before, but that was such a, like a surreal feeling. Like walking a couple blocks and we were on Times Square. You know, like that was seeing all those people. Like people in the city, I feel. That's the big reason why, like, I think I want to be down there, and like y'all could probably agree. Like, it's a different game. Like people, I'm not saying people don't appreciate our work here, but like it's a different field. It's a different ball field. Like people genuinely mess with what you do because they understand what goes into it. You know, people around here they don't see the behind the scenes. They don't see the vision, so they don't know what goes into it.
It's like the dude yesterday, like whenever we walked in to eat pizza, like
Yeah.
he seen your camera, and like he immediately started talking to you. But like you go somewhere down here, like you might get told you might get kicked out or something, because
Yeah.
like people are just think you're just being a
Yeah.
weirdo, and it's like it's not even like that. So I definitely feel that. And like you can't even like film anything here without feeling like just like awkward or anything,
Yeah.
like in public, because people are just like all looking at, yeah. And like even like me and Jackson too, like whenever we first started taking fit pics and stuff, like it would just be like people would just look at us like we were crazy, and it was just like, damn, bro, like,
Yeah.
And that's one thing too that I had to get over with. I had to get over, and I still low-key have to get over with. But like, you really just don't need to care. Like, if you think that they're judging you, which they probably are, like, you really just don't need to care. At the end of the day, they're just hating for no reason. They're not gonna affect you. Just brush their ass to the side for real.
Yeah. That's kind
we
of
love
going.
baggy jeans, by the way. But anyways, what were you saying? We
what'd you
love
say?
baggy jeans.
Oh.
I just had to like let that statement fly out there.
Kind of going back to what we were saying earlier, that's a big reason why kids like nowadays, like even all the time, like that's a big reason why they give up. Like they grow up in situations like us or in small towns. People aren't moving like them. They don't have the ideas that they have. So like when people look at them weird for filming or taking fit pics outside, you know, like I think that's why a lot of people get discouraged and give up. And that's another reason why, like, that's what separates. You know, you kind of have to be like, okay, I don't care what you think. You know, I'm going to do me. I'm going to put my stuff out, and it'll pay off.
And another thing is, like, people looking at you weird and stuff when you're filming and just doing like different things. Like, everybody don't look at things like how we look at them. I know y'all understand that, but it's like, I mean, everyone knows social media, like a lot of people do around the world and everything. But bro, it's like for real, like, people will look at you different just because they don't know. Like, they're not hating, but it's just like they just don't know. You know what I mean? So like, you can't really take that to heart. You know what I mean? You can help them, you can learn from it, network. But I just want to say that too. And the city, y'all talk about the city too, in Atlanta, New York, and everything. Like, a lot of cities, endless opportunities, man. Like, bro, you can literally go step outside in a Walmart and meet like an owner of a business. I mean, you can do that here, but in Atlanta, it's more likely to happen. You know what I mean? And like stuff like that.
We can go back to like what I was saying earlier about the influence thing. Like, that would probably be like that whole thing, what you just said. Like, honestly, seeing somebody in like 10 years, like kids outside taking fit pics, and then seeing somebody walk beside them and not paying any attention, you know, like that would be the influence. Like, influencing this whole entire bubble to understand that like kids are not like what everybody makes them out to be in this little tiny like Northeast Georgia. Like, you can be whatever you want, whoever you want. You can wear your pants too low, you can wear your pants too high. It doesn't say anything about your character. You can, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, be yourself, and like the society and like the around you, it'll conform to you. And like, that's like the biggest thing that I really want to do here. Like I said, it's just like leave an influence on, it's not even the kids, it's like more so like the community. I want to let the community know what I'm doing, and it's going to be so like intriguing to the point where everything else that everybody else is trying to start doing is going to be looked at as okay and cool because of something that we previously started. So like, that's just respect, basically. I just want some respect in the fact of, not even for myself, just kids that are going to start something like in the next generations or next few years. I want them to be looked at as not somebody who's doing something stupid, but somebody who's really trying to like do something really creative. Like, that's what I want to look at.
To speak on that too, like kids like in high school and stuff like that. So they'll be like, Mom, I don't know what to do in life. I'm about to graduate, stuff like that. Man, they can go look back at White County kids that graduated high school here. I'm talking about kids like local like this, like future generations and shit. So like, bro, like they can be watching our podcast and see what we do, and they can be like, go do what Bryce and Tristan did, start a podcast, be with D-Bay, go do what D-Bay did, start a clothing brand, unite, you know what I'm saying? And boom, they did it. They moved to the city. We did everything we talked about. So it's possible. They started from a small town. They talked about it in the podcast, how to do this, how to do that. So stuff like that too. So making it possible.
Shout out to Tavi's brother too, Jawan. Like, he's been had a brand like in Cleveland. Like, him and his boys started a brand. When they start that, like 2018. Yeah, like long time ago. And like, realistically, Jawan was giving us like, telling us how like we could do it from the beginning. So like, that was like a great thing to hear, like knowing somebody from Cleveland was trying to do like something, I wouldn't say the exact same thing, but something similar to what we were doing. And he was letting us know, kind of giving us some pointers and like encouraging us. So like, it's just like anybody can do it out here. Like, I know they moved to Seattle, right? Yeah, like moving to Seattle from Cleveland, Georgia, like I know everybody thinks that's crazy from like around here. And like, I know they thought that was crazy, and it's not they thought, like that's a crazy thing to do. And like, that's the end goal. But like, at the end of the day, like that kind of stuff's possible. And like, people like Jawan and people even that are farther, and people that have done other things, like there's people from White County that have done a lot of great things. It's just like they're not the rut in the mix, you know? Like, they believed in themselves and they did what they wanted to do. They pursued it with a lot of passion, drive, and effort, and they executed. So like, they're where they are now. So
yeah.
And also shout out Colton Castles. That was somebody that really helped us a lot. He just motivated us. He graduated like 2016 too, but he was one of them ones, like he did his own thing videography wise. Now he just films rap videos and get money doing it. So you gotta shout out people that really tried it and made it at the end of the day and been supportive since. Yeah,
that's the dream ultimately, is to leave that kind of an impact on people, but like in the mass, like lots of people. That's what I'm trying to go for, is like I want to be able to step outside and people are like, oh, that's that guy. Like, he's moving different. He's been on it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a collective thing for all of us. Not even for the status of it. It's like you want that influence over people. Like, genuinely, you could change someone's life.
Like, you know, that guy right there, like, be like, you're walking in the street, like, he made a change. Like, people will obviously know you then, but be like, he made a change. He wanted it, so he went out and got it. So you can do the same thing. Like, I'm telling you, like, there's a lot of kids that think, like, they just will not do anything. Like, they're so embarrassed to start things. So it's like, they literally did it. So go out there and do it. So that's pretty cool.
And like to say off that, like I know we all have inspirations in here, but think about like our inspirations. Those people have inspirations too. So like, there's no reason that we can't be somebody's inspiration, you know. And those people that we look up to, those people that we've always wanted to be, those people we always wanted to hang out with, like they're human beings at the end of the day. Like they wake up, they piss the same as us. You know what I'm saying? So like. Yeah. I don't know, like that stuff's like super accomplishable. You just have to lead by example and just really, I say this like a lot, like those people didn't get to where they are by being somebody else. Like those people are who they are and they are themselves on camera, they're themselves off camera. Like that's just kind of how it works. And not even, if it doesn't even have to be with camera, like whenever they clock into the work, wherever they're at, like they're themselves. Wherever they're not in work, they're themselves. And those are the people that will prevail. Like the real will prevail. I mean, you've heard it, but like it's a true statement. So.
Yeah. The crazy, like, part of it, though, to me is, like, and I know there's people like this that will probably watch this podcast. We're in the hardest part of it right now. Like, people, even, like, around, like, people that you think are, like, the closest to you, they'll low-key doubt. Like, I know hella people like this. I'm not going to say nothing. Like, they probably don't even know that I think this way. But, like, hella people that are super close to me. Like, I know they have a little bit of doubt in their head, and they're like, oh, that's a reach. Like, yeah, you want to move the city, that's cool. But, like, you want that big of an influence on people? Like, I don't know about that. That's kind of out the box. That's too much. But, like, it's crazy till you do it. Mm-hmm. Like, when I actually make that, then they're going to come back. Mm-hmm. And even for y'all, like, I'm sure people close to y'all are, like, doubting and, like, don't see the vision, don't see, like, that mass amount of influence you want on people. And they doubt that. But, like, genuinely, when you make that, they're going to be like, oh, I'm close to him. I know him. I grew up with him. That's what I'm saying. They think it's crazy till you do it. And it sounds like, from an outside perspective, people think people like us are corny. Like, oh, that's unachievable. That's not realistic. Wait like 5-10 years, bro. Like, then it's gonna be crazy.
And they'll try to like feed off you. Like once you do make it or something, they'll like try to come in a different way. Like, oh, you actually made it. Congratulations. Like, we laid back. It's like try to snake you. I'm like, bro, I told you, like, this is how it's gonna go. I told you my process. You could have been here with me. You could have been with me, but instead you wanted to go the other route. But like stuff like that, just like little stuff, man.
I mean, we even experienced that. Like after we got back from New York. It was so much. It was kind of like more love just because of the fact we went to New York. But before, everybody was like, "What is this? What I'm making? Why are y'all doing this?" But then it was just a whole bunch of love. So I mean, it's gonna happen the whole time. I feel like I'm glad we got a little bit of a glimpse of that early, so I know how to handle it.
They want to hate when you're down, and then when you're up, they want that. Like, you know, they want that success for themselves too. It's a crazy, like, part of it, but that's just how things work, I guess. I don't know. It's just part of the journey.
I'm just looking forward to popping it on everybody that said we wasn't going to. So that's really what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. Kind of just, like, one last question for you guys. End on a good note. No hate, nothing like that. What's the coolest thing y'all have experienced so far? Like, maybe something on the New York trip, or like, let's say wildest, like craziest interaction or something, like craziest memory as a collective, like for Demens.
I
know he's already got something.
He already laughing.
No.
Craziest?
Yeah.
Craziest thing? I'm trying to think in like what kind of.
It can be like crazy out of pocket.
Yeah, go ahead and say it.
Or like anything.
Which one?
I don't even know what she's gonna say, so I fucking hope.
As long as it's not gonna start like a debate or something in the comments, we're good. You can say it.
I don't know if I can say it or not, but
Oh, whenever we got not let in.
Just say it. Just say it, and if it's bad,
I can say that. Okay. So we were at a pop up in New York. They were having an after party after it, bro. And we all trying to go out. We in New York, the city. We trying to go out, see the vibe, you know. I mean, some of us was 21, some not 21. But I'm talking about we're debating how to get there all day. The train, Uber. You know how expensive Ubers is. So we take the Uber, boom. We take the Uber, mind you, it's like, it feel like negative 12 degrees outside, y'all. Our nose is instantly running. So we waiting in line, we still waiting, right? We get up to the front. My man Z and Jay, they allowed to get in. So
At 21.
yeah, they take the 21. Okay. Jay walk in there. Jay lit. If you know Jay, Jay lit. He lit. So we all in line. The bouncer's like, hey, I'm taking all IDs, all this. But we feel like we was the littest in the pop up. We feel one of the littest groups. So we was like, we got the one up. We can go in there. Yeah. So we're like, no, we're good. He's like, no, you're not. You're not good. He was like, y'all get in the other line. They gonna let y'all in. He just lied straight to our face, low-key, a cop. Yeah. So we wait in the other line, right? Jay's still in the club, right? Jay in the club.
Shoot.
So Jackson's like, we wait in the whole other line, and they're like, they like, this is the wrong line for the long club. He lied straight to your face.
Oh, shoot.
Jackson walks up, he's like, why'd you lie to us? The officer looks him dead in his face. Big, like, Russian dude looks him dead in his face. I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
I don't give a fuck.
What'd you do?
Bro, I'm talking about tattoos on his head. Like, he was like, dead ass. He would crucify you. Like, I'm not even lying.
He was like, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, what y'all say? What's y'all response like?
So we were just like, damn, we just in the middle of New York City. Just cold. Jay, we have to get Jay out the club, right? He is so mad. I wish y'all saw Jay players right now. He was so mad, and here, hold this. This is what he did when he walked out the club. He walked out with his head down, and he said, ass everywhere.
Damn.
Ass in my head, ass everywhere.
Yeah.
And then, he was so mad.